E4, honestly, starting on the defense, they can just set the tempo here. We saw how difficult it was for NOFEAR5 on that T side against Furia yesterday. What's it going to be like against another South American team? Well, let's find out. Without any dilly-dallying, Lucy, let's get into the pistol.
No dilly-dallying, just pistol fragging. And we're going to be jumping into this pistol round. B4 Esports on the defense. They have often been picked into onto Vertigo during the regular season against teams like Endgame, and so they're no strangers to the CT side of Vertigo. Little initial contact, a flashbang ready for Goddess, and 2 players ready to pop out.
Look at all this util for NOFEAR5. Couple of HEs waiting for any aggression over towards the ramp. Younger gets flashed in towards short, doesn't see a thing.
Yeah, they've got a second player here, and they're now on a bit of an elevated angle, so they've got a double peek here. Might even go for the info. Look at those nades. That's that damage, but Julie's on this flank, and she has actually now pinned them in. Now they can put all this attention here, but maybe it doesn't matter if Fatal gets a kill like that. Immediate trade out, but there's nowhere for Nani to go. Julie has to rotate over, and look at the health pools. Everything is really on Poppins, the only player with anything to work with. Goddess falls, Poppins pops out for one, looking for more. That's good damage onto Victoria, but too many players. Stormy is there, and Julie, it's a very difficult clutch.
That's a really nice pistol round coming in for NOFEAR5. It was deliberate and it was methodical. Using the grenades to do a lot of damage, it softens the blows, and at longer range, the Glocks, they can do the damage, especially when these HEs rain on in. And a very disciplined afterplant as well. You've got all the players tucking back in between ramp and the sandbags. There is no way in, despite Poppins' best efforts.
And that was with all the information. Julie had pushed all the way down and caught that every single NOFEAR5 player was there. They had all the information, and still they couldn't quite win out any of those fights. However, it is a force investment back in. A couple of MP9s in the mix. Fatal, the aim star, looking to take first contact, and does it with ease. Not even breaking a sweat as she spots Younger. Removed before she can fire off a bullet of that MP9.
Oh, hello. 5-7. Goddess will get one back. Immediate trade for Victoria. But now Julie starts to work, but her flank, it's being held.
Yeah, well, she just done it on the pistol round, right? So you're kind of expecting maybe she'd want to get up to similar antics. Again, Poppins, that's a nice peek. Looking for a second, can't quite convert it. And that might be the death that makes this round nigh on impossible. Nani has got the right read, making her way over to the B bomb site, but there are 3 rifles on the other side. Utility to work with. Spots crossing. But needs to click some heads and needs to make it beautiful. Cannot make it happen. Elizabeth holding for it. And it's a nice conversion for NOFEAR5.
And we're seeing these early reflections of what Hedger was saying on the desk, right? NOFEAR5, methodical team. They're waiting for B4 to make the mistakes, especially on a round like this. It's a force-up. With these SMGs, you kind of want to get close up in the face of the rifles. Try and pinch a free upgrade if you can. But NOFEAR5 leaving nothing to chance. And what I like there is once they collect those opening kills, they then reset and all move as a unit towards that bomb site.
Yes, the perfect start, because now it's just USPs, no investment here for B4. And they've gone for a bit of a stack over to the B bomb site. It's a B4 stack, because there's 4 players there.
Well. Yeah. It is indeed.
It's now B5 stack, unfortunately. Nani has moved off.
We're playing battleships over here. Victoria, though. Her round begins over towards short. Thinking about deploying the utility instead, going on a little bit of a creepy crawl up towards the A bomb site. She's going to find it vacant, and in a matter of moments, NOFEAR5, yeah, they're going to reset. And they completely avoid that stack. Yeah,
and it feels like already, I've only seen a few rounds, but this methodical style of NOFEAR5 feels like a perfect counter to that more aggressive leaning play of B4. That's a nice little couple of kills, but couldn't get any more. Goddess's shins remain just about intact. Gets a Galil for her troubles. We can at least hold that one over into the follow-up. Bit of extra investment to that because yeah, they don't have the greatest amount of money. Victoria won't even catch up a few more players here. They're going to be running out, trying to bait the wide swing, but Victoria was tucked in, so it's easy cleaning.
Yeah, and then you take a look at the NOFEAR5 players that were playing well in that best of 3 against ATK. You look to players like Victoria, Shu, and Elizabeth. They were providing significant impact, and the fact that, well, Shu and Victoria especially have started off hot it's only boding well for NOFEAR5.
Just really impressed by Shu yesterday.
Yeah.
Just that 1v3 clutch in particular. That really that was absolutely beautiful, and that really put the nail in the coffin for ATK. Fatal as well. It felt like that duo was working together a lot, her and Shu, and you know, she is that aim star, as they have mentioned multiple times. I love the little thing she does in the video where she puts like her finger up like to her eye. It's like, I'm looking down the scope at you. I'm coming for you.
Staking claims, taking heads. Now we're in the gun round, Lucy.
Orcs out on both sides. Victoria going for the peek towards B, and well, they're both there. The flashbang is perfect though from Shu. There's that support player, good HE back, but Younger doesn't even get to fire off a shot.
Yeah, now the rotations begin to start scrambling as well. Poppins rotates back in towards B, and NOFEAR5, off the back of that, they're going to send a player up the boost. Oh.
Julius, well now she has all the information, and good kill from Elizabeth though. Poppins goes down. Julie's trying to get something back. She actually burns one alive and drops the second. The bomb, it's been delivered. She has just managed to bring this back into an opportunity for B4. The T is scrambling, but Julie is now hunkered in.
Yeah, she needs to be in a position though where she can trade. Her teammates need to come over and help her. Nani is here. But that flashbang, oh, Victoria nearly supports Fatal, but not quite. And now Goddess has stepped into the fight. Victoria scoping up. It's a missed shot, and Nani takes full control of that opportunity.
Yeah, great capitalization on that missed shot. Now Stormy, now she is an unknown factor coming from this side. Might have made just a little bit too much noise there. Those footsteps, the last second, might have revealed a position she's being held for. She can isolate these fights. That's the first one, but she's brought down so low. A single bullet from Goddess would do it. Stormy gonna drop down behind, almost connects the shot, but Goddess stays alive and gets B4 there first.
I tell you what, that was incredibly close, and that's a lot of damage done to the economy of B4. And look at the way that round was recovered. It all starts with this AWP head-to-head favouring NOFEAR5 and Julie. This multi-kill drop in the C4, it throws everything into disarray.
Tell you what, that's how you deal with methodical Counter-Strike. You throw it into chaos. You drop down, you take the bomb control, you fight these weird angles, and that's how you counter it. That's exactly what was needed. Julie, a fantastic round to get B4 on the board.
That's a really good point, because if you can never get set up in your positions to try and execute onto a bomb site, you're never going to feel truly comfortable. Another sniper battle. A little bit of a gap in between the tarpaulin. Is being held by Younger. Victoria. Got to be careful not to overstep.
Younger going to fall back off that one, drops the smoke as well. And there's a huge gap in that, and Victoria's just going to exploit it. That smoke not the one that Younger was hoping for, and that's another opening kill going the way of the enemy AWPer when she wants to take that fight.
Thinking about dropping utility instead, it's going to be reinforcement. Two players shuffle over towards this A bomb site. Goddess looking to take contact over towards shore.
Well, this is going to be tricky. They swing out. She actually manages to avoid those bullets and suddenly drop down. They run straight into her, trying to clean them up. She gets one, and Nani is there to support. Victoria and Shu have both been brought down low from these frays, so Victoria's just scoped on in, walking through the smoke, looking for the fight there. She's going to spot it, but can't connect the shot somehow. Misses, and now it's all on to Shu. 1 versus 3, not the first time we've seen her in one of these positions and been able to recover it. 30 seconds left. Looking for the fight. Poppins swings out wide and finds her.
Yeah, nice work again by Poppins. Delivering impact, but that's all Nani in that round with the FAMAS. Gets one kill in towards short, and rather than just tucking into her position, letting a potential AWP of Victoria scope into her spot, she just goes elevated, catches. It's the element of surprise. And that's the difference between the round being won and the round thrown into complete contention. Consecutive rounds in a row for CTs.
Yeah, that's 2 consecutive rounds where they've lost the opening kill. Younger going down with the AWP, the big fragger, the player that they mentioned in the head-to-head on the desks, who they were highlighting.
And that's what they were doing against Furia as well on Nuke. It was these 3 versus 5s that they were still winning out.
Yeah, it's a good sign for your team that you can do this. Goddess now has to clean up, and she is doing just that. Can't quite get the third, but now she swings out wide. Shu's managed to find 2 with the pistol, so they've made this expensive, but 2, that's an okay number to lose.
Yeah, you 3 kills, it's perfect. 2, it's not too bad because you can just reinvest. Younger can be upgraded to the AWP as well. Yet to find a kill, but maybe her fortunes can change in round number 7.
Good cleanup from Goddess. A third would have been nice from her, but should be happy with those two. And the support was just here exactly when it needs to. And
yeah.
that B4 worked very well as a unit like that. You'll always see the rotations just on point.
Quicker play in towards B ramp, scope up with the Victoria.
Oh my god!
Julie, see you later. Completely removed from the equation in this round. Now Poppins needs to try and step in.
All she needed there was the flashbang just to add an extra symbol to the feed. That was ridiculous opener.
Nice reaction. Goddess has pushed all the way down A ramp, and she has got support.
We saw her get work done here with the 5-7 a couple of rounds earlier. Younger flash off the angle. Goddess activates, swings out for one. Can't convert the second, but good damage. And the peek through from Younger doesn't quite connect.
Oh, and then Elizabeth just steps in, takes the fight head on. And that means that Younger has been dropped. Rotations for Nani and Poppins, 2 versus 4. Trying to soften up that bomb plant, even deny it. Elizabeth is low.
That's perfect. Straight over. Elizabeth removed. Bomb now out in the open. Those smokes will start to phase soon, but Victoria gets in. And now there isn't any more denial utility. Instead, it's just going to be running through. Both of them are able to capitalize on the kill. Smoked up into short. They have the control. The Flames are on the bomb, and they still have to deal with both these players.
Smoke off. And look at this flash back in from Fatal Shu. It's a taste of B4's own medicine. Completely unknown position, but at the same time, Poppins has just dealt with Fatal and Shu on the spray. Can only find one. Defuse locked in, and Nani's getting animated.
Oh, what a round from Poppins. The young gun stepping up with a fantastic triple. And what a retake there. That was a 2v4, I think,
yeah.
Before Elizabeth went down. That's exactly what we were seeing from B4 yesterday, and we're seeing it again. The clutch potential when there's at least 2 players alive on this squad is outrageous. The way they work as a unit, the flashbang in towards short, the HE over, using their utility perfectly just to take these players down one by one. Even this, they're both next to each other, so the refrag is immediate.
That's what I was going to say. You highlighted it in the previous. The rotations are working, how good B4 move as a unit. Really good showcase, especially in that retake. They make it work. And what they do is they believe in the process. The call is, let's just flash through and take the fights. Everyone's on the same page. It works out to perfection.
They're winning these rounds without Younger getting a single kill, having no impact at all.
4v5.
Yeah, I mean, that's South American CS in a lot of ways, right? But she needs to start stepping up. You can't keep kind of clutching out these rounds. You do need some consistency, and maybe this is the round that she does it.
Limited utility for NOFEAR5, prioritising the AKs, but it's going to be a quicker change of pace. Nani actually steps in and saves Younger's life, but she will be traded out. Younger cannot find any impact on the sniper.
Damn, Fatal though, what a swing out, gets both of them. Blistering headshots, puts the player advantage back to NOFEAR5, but it's a position they've been in a couple of times and still fumbled it. Particularly when Poppins is alive. Goddess as well. Julie, the B-side anchor, she's going to be the one that has to hold because they are all coming together. No Flames, though, to get her off positions. She spots them out. Defensive smoke deployed. She can now play around this. Getting up, though, she's spotted on the mount. Poppins removed as well. And Goddess, well, this one might be a little bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit too far out of reach. You've got 1 versus 4. And in that round, it felt like, especially for Julie on the bomb site, she was just being a little bit too overeager. She wanted to at least get 1 kill and delay, because if she delays, the rotations can then come in. But the fact that she is a little bit over-aggressive gets completely punished, and the last round just lost immediately.
Yeah, but she does get 1 kill there, right? It goes into a 3v3. She then just has to stay alive, and then you can really win that round. But, I mean, Fatal, fantastic round from her as well. 3 kills in it. She's the player that I'm keeping an eye on because, you know, she's just recently come back into this squad, and it feels like she's just slotted back in perfectly. And we're seeing it here on display, just the way she's able to take these fights, particularly into mid there. Getting that double, that was the round.
Yep, and it's a nice change of pace to go for, especially when you're lighter on utility. Take the player presence by force, quite literally here, in towards middle. It's a little bit concerning that Younger is kind of missing a lot of these AWP shots.
Yeah, I think she had a good opportunity there to hit it as well. I mean, Fatal was very sharp, just had the angle held for the pick, but that saved AWP has been passed over to her, and in this round, she's the only one that's really got stuff to work with. The rest of the squad is going to be forcing around it, which is going to leave them in a bit of an awkward position. So they are going to take the time out here just to discuss how they want to play it out, but really it's Younger's shoulders that are going to be heavy.
Yeah. Responsibility and burden on the previous. Timer ticks down low. We've got an even scoreline here. 4 rounds on the T side for NOFEAR5. That's looking pretty good already.
Yeah, I'd say they actually want probably the strongest Vertigo team we have here, maybe.
I'd agree.
Maybe Enigma Galaxy is kind of alongside them. The two are probably the most well-known for playing this map. Javelin's another team that does like Vertigo, but NOFEAR5, no strangers to picking into it either. Goddess with the MP9, playing around the smoke here. Nani is setting up with the flashbang, but there are so many Ts on the other side of this. It's being held for by Shu as well. So if she does swing out off this flash, she has to be perfect. The flash comes through. The swing out, she's stuck on a player. Oh, Shu was just sitting on the other side of the smoke. Goddess could not even make her way out. And now it's all onto the pistol players to make it work, pushing up. Where's that AWP? Young has made her way over, and she's found a kill. Victoria goes down, swinging forward. It's Nani with a kill, but Elizabeth doubles up. The FAMAS and the AWP now have to make it work, and they're being noisy about this rotate.
Yeah, Younger's on the transition. She's going to get there just in time, it looks like. Flashing forward, worried that there's a potential push, but now she can post over towards stairs and maybe hit the mark.
Yeah, she got towards default. That's huge. Looking for a kill. There it is, but now she has to find 2 more. Good flick from Younger, but it's not enough. Elizabeth puts her down, and finally, we have that moment of brilliance from Younger, but it's not enough.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. What a round from Youngher, trying her best to make the AWP become that hero X-Factor moment. And it was so close, right? There was a number of opportunities for her to deliver on that promise, and 3 kills. I'm not being funny. From this position, what more can you ask?
I mean, that second kill is just beautiful. You start to believe then that she's able to get it done, right? Like, that's a difficult flick to hit under that pressure, and almost does it. That would have been an incredibly heroic effort, but unfortunately, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And Fatal, she is about to clean up in mid. No, okay, only two. Poppins deals with her, but Shu is here to be that safe pair of hands.
Yeah, for sure. No rifle can really be recovered at the moment for B4, and off the back of the eco, it puts a little bit of a buffer between NOFEAR5 and B4. And this is kind of dangerous territory, because you can kind of enter this kind of swing momentum stage for NOFEAR5, where they can really build on this lead and keep pressing the issue, because there's a number of advantages here that have all fallen favor to this T side. And if B4 can't really find a way in, can't really find that player advantage, things could begin to spiral.
You gotta think this really should be 2 for 8 at the moment, right? Like, B4 stole a couple of those rounds away on those clutches, right? So the fact that NOFEAR5 are only on 6, I think that doesn't quite tell the story of how much it's been in their favor this entire time. But B4 get another chance here. They've got that AWP back out on Younger. She's starting to hit her shots now. All the rifles around her, but they have to do it this round.
Yeah, utility is pretty much consistent as well for B4. Got a number of preventative measures, you've got a number of incendiaries you can deploy, and we've seen that control 4 ramped, but it's almost been Goddess just kind of wants to take the fight down towards like short instead. I haven't really seen a number of B4 players actively fight for that space as a unit.
Well, let's see what they go for. Flashes through, Goddess gets the first contact, and she's going to continue to push down. Nani is deep, Younger not that far away either, so they've fully got control of ramp, but here's the opening. Poppins goes down in mid, and now they have to scramble back to hold it.
Yeah, Younger will rotate. Julie, I like this. Thinking about pushing forward a little bit so you're not exposed to that mid presence. Rotations begin to shuffle in for B4. Nani and Younger can combine. And NOFEAR5, they're going to walk straight into this.
Yeah, the boost is going to come up. Nani spots the barrel, able to get that kill, looking for the swing out, but only good for one. Elizabeth with another huge kill. Younger holding it down so they know that mid isn't being pushed any further. That bomb is actually still in spawn at the moment. NOFEAR5 playing such a patient game currently. But now they're going to be grouping up, grabbing that bomb, deciding where they want to go. Everyone is split up from the defense.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary. That's why Youngo is making her way over towards A. Goddess about to receive contact, needs to at least take one with her because NOFEAR5 has still got the advantage, swinging out 2. That's perfect.
That's a huge double kill with the FAMAS. Even 1 there might have been enough, but 2 is everything. Elizabeth is low as well. Younger is here with the AWP, spotting the utility being thrown out, but the Flames are going to push her back. She has to reposition. There's a huge gap in this smoke, though. She wants to try and exploit that. Julie's getting up close. Time is limited, so they do have to commit forward for this plant. Shu is going to start punching. Oh, it's a fake out. We're going to see if they're going to push through, because that's what they've done before. Not going to be the case. Oh, a missed shot from Younger now puts it all onto Julie, and Shu gets up on high on the boxes and takes her down.
Really nice round from NOFEAR5 again in that scenario. Despite Goddess's best efforts, I thought 2 kills on the FAMAS was going to be more than enough. They even call the bluff of B4 to potentially push through those smokes. But they don't even go for it, and it doesn't matter regardless. Really nice mid-rounding from NOFEAR5. They are just playing with these rotations perfectly.
Yeah, I think the issue was there that Younger went up onto the top of the headshot angle, and she got spotted by Elizabeth. If they just waited for Julie to take first contact, I think that might have panned out a little bit differently, but not the case. And now it's a fight in towards mid, the P250. Actually, not even what does the job, it's the Deagle. Younger provides distraction to enable Poppins to line up that shot. So you do get the opener, but they've not even got armor. It's just pistols, and maybe that doesn't matter. Goddess taking Stormy down with a few bullets to the chest. And now this gets a little bit scary, surely. After all these methodical rounds, you don't fall to the eco.
Victoria holding a headshot angle. Just peeking on in. B4, they don't need to move a muscle. They don't need to overstep the mark here because that pressure, it's all on NOFEAR5.
They might consider pushing it, and that's exactly what Nani does. They want the information. They want to know where they can put this stack. Now they've got 3 players still in here. Shu's on that mid lurk as well, so she wants to kind of leverage that position. Julie is responsible for that at the moment, and she goes down. So now there's a lot more pressure on these players, and the patience from NOFEAR5 is perfect. Victoria cleaning up with the eco frags, and that's 8 rounds and a half already for NOFEAR5.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying about just having the stack in the right place, but at the same time, you've got a 2-player advantage, you've got the recovered rifles as well. Even if NOFEAR5 go to that other bomb site, you can just retake as a unit. Instead, it just feels like individual effort, looking for information, and then suddenly, as soon as 1 kill comes in, the entire ripple effect just keeps on happening.
I mean, you got to highlight just how perfectly NOFEAR5 played that position. After they lost those 2 openers, they just sit, they wait, they're patient, they're so slow and methodical, waiting for Shu to come through mid. She gets that kill. Victoria starts to ease out, going for a few more peeks, and they just pick them apart. Never overextending in that situation where they have the disadvantage.
Lessons learned from yesterday as well.
True.
Get a little bit of South American CS experience under your belt. And now putting it into good practices here. A lot on the line in this best of 3. And suddenly, the scoreline that was once tied up, NOFEAR5 have doubled the score lead of B4.
Let's see how many more they can get, because they'll certainly be looking for it. Oh, Victoria definitely spotted Younger crossing there. Fires off the warning shot. Younger, though, playing around this gap. So many players in the X-ray that you can see, and Younger gets the opener, can't adjust for the second, but Goddess is here to trade her out. So B4, good opening volley.
Nice from Goddess as well, just falls back. It's this mid-lurk. That's what B4 now need to account for, because they've been bitten and stung by this so many times, and Poppins could be responsible for this, but Shu has made very good ground out here.
Yeah, it gets scary. This gap where she's gotten so close, it's difficult to account for this, and Shu can kind of just sit here for a while, wait for her teammates to make contact, and, well, actually, having not heard anything, she pushes forward, but Poppins swings out and spots her. A huge kill, and that might be the pivotal one to make. Victoria wants to try and recover this. Oh my god, the no-scope from Victoria. Can't adjust for the second, though. Puts everything now onto Fatal. 1 versus 3. Spots the first player, but they all swing at once.
What a shot. Victoria and no scopes. They were more iconic duo.
On Vertigo as well.
On Vertigo.
She never goes for the easy shots. It's always like the most flashy shots you see her hit.
Yeah, of course. I like that. It's a nice attempt, but this is the most critical kill here from Poppins, because that completely unravels the round. You see NOFEAR5 again playing passively on towards ramp, trying to wait for first contact to come in. If Shu finds that, she can then cut off the rotations from B, and it just, again, throws that round into complete disarray.
Small moments make the biggest difference. Biggest impact. And towards mid we go again. Ramp control firmly established by B4. Nani not spotting anything. It's actually a bit of a heavier reinforcement over towards the B bomb site. Victoria boosting on over, but it's Molotov definitely giving them the idea that the contact isn't happening towards A, because they're spotting ramp completely clear.
Deep smoke as well, mid to B. They're just going to go up and over here. And with that contact coming in towards the B stairs, that means the rest of B4 can just focus their efforts on towards mid, might not even be needed. And Victoria now 1 versus 4, just trying to come over the top.
Yeah, call it a poll because that was telegraphed. Victoria removed. And that was the easiest round of B4's life. They had exactly the read on what was going on. They have ramp completely clear. There's no contact at all. They rotate an extra player off to support mid. All the smokes come through, and obviously you're going to be coming over the top. This is the bit that I think is the best. It's poppins chopping down, Julie going over. You remove one half. You know this big mid lane. You put the pressure on towards stairs. Even if they take mid here, even if Nani goes down, it's so hard then to feel comfortable planting. You've got 2 players you have to deal to on stairs, and it's just really difficult.
And you've got Younger even in CT and elevator, just locking off that A rotate as well. So the buy, it's a little bit haphazard, but good flashes. Julie now going to be caught off guard. Victoria completely capitalizes upon it. Poppins now need to try and step in.
Yes, that's the same thing when you go for the pop play, but you don't have the second player there supporting you, and that's the key thing, particularly when there's 5 Ts on the other side of it. So, and a rifle is given to Stormy as well, because this was the full investment, or the force buy here without full rifles across the board. You can see Victoria's just got a Desert Eagle. And they find the opener and they get an upgrade. Now the only thing is, they haven't got any control over towards A, but because that kill going down, Goddess is playing passive anyway, so she still has to be paranoid.
What's good as well is that B4 have been holding on to their smokes. Where NOFEAR5 have been playing so passively, they don't really need to contest with the utility. They've been given off this map control. And look at Nani, investigative work in towards middle. Now going to begin this flank. It was being held by Fatal, but those smokes, they're being lined up.
Yeah, she needs to clear this out and then make her way there fast. Goddess needs to rotate over. Here comes the hit. A lot of pressure onto Poppins now. She's the one that has to come up big. Good damage done already with the utility. Poppins swings out, but it's only one. Younger dropped as well by Shu. And now it gets incredibly difficult. This flank coming through. Goddess up over in towards mid. Has utility that she can throw on through, but not going to deny the bomb going down. Nani on the flank wants to swing out. Damage being done. They're also low, been peppered by the utility. Nani, a good kill, but needs to find more. Looking for the second. Fatal adjust all now on to Goddess. Looking for these fights. Cannot connect. Shu gets it. It's a 9-6 half going the way of NOFEAR5. We're going to go to a very short break. When we come back, we'll see what B4 can show us on their T side.
Now I'm back to how it felt, and it all feels possible now that you are here. I was running in the night, remembering myself again, moving to my own rhythm, running. I was shaking up the pain, standing in the Took the keys to your Mercedes and went for a drive. Never dance again, was playing, I'm going 85. I taste the liquor on my breath now, I'm out of my mind. But you're the one who's burning bridges, so let's go for a dive. Got to get some.
Patience pays off as NOFEAR5 take a slight lead. Now heading over to that CT side of Vertigo for B4. There is a way back in, and it all begins with this pistol round. Quite a little bit of utility, and I'm looking at the double Molotovs for Goddess and Younger.
Yeah, we'll see what magic they can brew with those. We saw a lot of utility from NOFEAR5 on their pistol on the T side as well. This time around they got the dual Berettas. Call them quad Berettas. Stormy, spotting, falls back off the info. Now her friends can come join her.
Yeah, mid-presence in from NOFEAR5 early, just in case B4 were going to get aggressive. And by being in the middle of the map, it means they can just rotate over as well. But they haven't currently moved. Stormy about to be flushed off her position. Now, NOFEAR5 can work their way over.
Yeah, there's all that utility. Victoria's setting up a flashbang for them just to pop on through, but B4 have gotten very deep here, and you might not be accounting for this, and they're not quite. Poppins getting a couple of just kills every single direction. Stormy getting dinked down, though, makes it so much more difficult. Younger tucked in. Goddess also here looking for the fight. One more bullet onto one of these players would do it, looking for it, but now it's all on to Goddess. And they are swinging for her, looking for the fight. Elizabeth coming out wide with the dualies, gets a couple of kills.
Yeah, really, I think that's the correct idea from B4, though. I like the fact that they smoked in towards Elevator and Molotoved off common positions because it allowed them space for the entirety of the bomb site. However, what they weren't accounting for was almost a taste of their own medicine. NOFEAR5 going through the smoke. Stormy having incredible impact. Look at this, they're just not ready for her at all.
Yes, beautifully set up, just having flanks on tanks really there in those fights, but I want to sort of highlight some sort of stats here between these two teams, particularly B4, right? Because when we saw them against Fury yesterday, it was kind of 3 players having a fantastic game and then 2 a little bit weaker. It was Goddess and Poppins that time around. It's the same situation this time around where you've got 3 players having fantastic games. Julian Younger struggling to find their impact here, and you can't play 3v5, Brandon.
No, you can't. It's a cause for concern if it's different players as well that aren't really rising to the occasion. Fatal certainly is, though. Look at that. Clean and precise. Ace is going to be denied, but it's still a quadra.
Yeah, you take those. Nice little eco 4K. Doesn't sound as nice as an eco ace, but you know. That's a few times we've seen 4K that just gets denied at the end. But you know, you don't want to give up any rifles here, particularly because they did have quite a heavy investment. You know, they've got 5 rifles here at the moment, so want to keep all those in your hands.
Yeah, for sure. And it means you can match up now against the investment that B4 have to show off the back of that eco. AKs galore. Think about pushing the issue in towards mid. Currently holding for any aggression, and mid control, it was especially what NOFEAR5 were quite proficient at. This time around, though, they've got very deep control in towards ramp.
Goddess in charge of mid. Actually has quite a bit of support with her. Nani's sitting in smoke, so they're putting a lot of presence here. It's a 1-1-3 setup. You don't often see such a strong mid lean, but Victoria is going to have to be the one that holds this one off, and they're just going to sling her together. No bullets actually connecting there, but a bit of chip damage now about to come out. Victoria swinging wide for 1, and no trade at all. That smoke giving her cover to fade back on. Stormy gets 1 as well. Fatal arrives to the party with 2, and Julie gets picked off by Shu. Everyone falling in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, you can see the idea and the design behind that round for B4, right? It's using the utility at the extremities of the map to cause a little bit of a diversion for when that hit comes in towards mid, but there's no flashbangs that rain over. They go for a contact play, but the players don't all swing in unison. And that just allows Victoria just to escape, deploy her utility, request a flashbang as a supporting element for herself, and, well, it gets completely shut down.
Oh my lord, that is some chunky damage from the utility. Now Shu can try and, well, clean up 1. The rest of them are going to come over now. Maybe Fatal can get another 4K here because they are all softened up for the fight. Okay, good damage onto her. Scares her off. Elizabeth, though, is holding that crossfire, and, well, these pistols are going to be picked apart in moments. Nice kill from Goddess, but, I mean, surely that can't be anything else for her. Fatal's there. And this is feeling pretty good for NOFEAR5, looking very solid on this CT side.
Yeah, you can say that again. One-way traffic right now on the server. As soon as the sides are swapped, it's been flawless from this CT side. They're just dealing with any aggression that B4 throw at them, any which way. We've seen a mid play, we've seen B over towards the ecos. Haven't seen a rifle round for B4, let's be fair, there's only been one of them, but over towards A, fighting for the control, because it seems that NOFEAR5 are very keen to almost take the fight to this T side.
Not many chances left now for B4. Very few, in fact. Need to start finding some impact on this T side. This is their real last chance. They've got the AWP back out for Younger as well. But if you concede this round, I mean, you'll have the loss bonus, but you won't really have much of an investment, really, that you can make work here. So this is really the moment.
Yeah, it has to be now. Nice shot. There we go. Early opener fall in favour towards B4. Spam back in from Elizabeth. Doesn't quite connect. Victoria, though, very significant damage on towards Goddess.
Yana chiming in immediately once she gets her hands on the AWP. Exactly what's needed. NOFEAR5 have been doing a good job of just preventing B4 from capitalizing on that kill they've found. They've not been able to push any more pressure up towards A. Instead, B4 find themselves going back in towards mid this time. This is where the opening is at the moment. NOFEAR5 are sending a defender out in Victoria to scout it out, and she came up good last time.
Yeah, it's going to be a similar setup. However, this time on the opposite end of mid. Goddess deploying the mid to B smoke, but look at the reaction. NOFEAR5, they're pushing B stairs.
Smoke dropped as well. Fatal gets down close. There's no way through here now until that smoke fades. She's going to try and play around it, and... Ooh.
Nani's up short on A.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of a gap here. They potentially could exploit.
She's not particularly deep, though. It does look like they want to head back to A. Elizabeth is just snaking around. NOFEAR5, I have no idea where this is going to go.
Yeah, Elizabeth's just tucked in as well. They're going to play retake. 20 seconds left. Smoke's about to be lined up. B4, they need to go in now.
All right, the entry's coming through. Fatal's going to be on a very fast flank as well. As soon as the utility flies through, she just holds W on the way back. Elizabeth spamming through, hoping to connect something. 10 seconds left. They have to get this bomb down. The flag's coming through. 2 players. The bomb is going to get planted, but now they have to hold off this very fast retake. Kills coming through already. Nani, that's a big one. Looking for more as well, but Fatal is here, and Fatal is not missing too much. But a good kill from Poppins puts it back into the 2v2. Elizabeth is taking all the control in towards ramps. Now they know they have to come through short. Instead, they're going to swing out wide. Poppins with another, doing everything she can here. Victoria in a 1v2, full HP kit on her back, and she's just sticking the bomb. And they are not swinging quite out. First one, can't connect into the second. Just starting in and out, playing with the time. Goddess is low, knows that she doesn't have many chances here, but she gives one up, and Victoria is going to take it.
Oh my goodness me, Victoria playing that to perfection. You can see that she's just pointing her gun at these possible angles that could come in, knows the information that with the results of the earlier gunfights, these players are walking wounded, and what a clutch. Just that's the LAN experience coming through. Victoria's been competing this server for years.
Felt like Poppins did so much work then, but she was very low, and I could see why she wanted to swing out there, but there was no follow-up. If Goddess had just swung out, they win the round.
Yep. They could have double swung together.
Little bit of pressure there and just crumbling under it.
Could be a little bit of a miscommunication as well off the back of it. Look at Shu. She's just in towards ladder. All off the back of the commotion. 14 rounds. B4 yet to post 1 on this T side of Vertigo.
Now you're understanding why NOFEAR5 picked this instead of us too.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Very good. I mean, they're taking on some big names here. Navi, NIP, 2 teams made their name here. Shu's going to get spotted. Poppins, oh, okay, Shu punishes. Poppins trying to throw down the Molotov. And Elizabeth tucked on in, gets Goddess for free. Crumbling here as the 3 remaining T's group up to hit. Shoulders revealed, but the second swing comes through from Fatal, all now onto Younger and Nani. Nani's having a fantastic game, Younger not so much. Now it's all onto her, and she can't even get one.
Yeah, that felt a little bit desperate there towards the end. NOFEAR5, they're all swinging as a unit, and we were praising B4 for that in the early stages of this map. But the roles have reversed, the turns are tabled, and suddenly it's a little bit more individualistic for B4, because it just feels like for these players, they need to try and make something happen. They need a way to get back into this round, but it's not going to work if you're just swinging one by one into 3 different players. Stats tell a story as well. You were highlighting Julie and Youngher, and the performance hasn't really increased.
I feel like we've seen a couple of impactful rounds from Younger where she's found a couple of nice entries, like a few rounds prior, but then hasn't been able to capitalize on it. Her multi-kill potential, I mean, half her kills came from that one round where she got that 3K, right? So she's having a rough one, and she was the player that really stepped up for them on Nuke against Furia. So she needs to be finding herself for this next map, because this one, I mean, it's basically written off at this stage.
For sure. However, Tech9 does find a kill. That's a rifle that can be upgraded. Elizabeth looking to prevent that. Does actually retrieve it and throws it away for good measure.
Hey, not getting your hands on that one. Now Younger has to drop all that utility because she's so low, and that's all going to get lost in a moment.
Oh,
there it goes. Just kill through the smoke. Elizabeth's getting tagged on down, falls back. Julie has found one as well, and because Elizabeth is low, maybe this round isn't all about written off yet. Wouldn't count NOFEAR5 out of it. Victoria is still alive, as is Elizabeth, who was on 24 for 9 at the moment. She's looking to add some more to the tally. Good kill from Nani, but Victoria, she's a playmaker around this box. No scopes for NOFEAR5. Victoria hits every single one until she's traded out, leaving it all onto Stormy. Goddess finds her, and B4 get their first T-side round.
It's a little bit chaotic, but B4 seems to thrive in it. And Elizabeth gets caught out with these spams. She was trying to juggle that weapon away all throughout mid, and that ultimately leads to a downfall. Nice shot here from Victoria as always. It seems that whenever she has the AWP in her hands, it's almost a guaranteed multi-kill.
And one of them's always a no-scope or a wallback.
Oh, always,
that's
yeah.
just how it goes.
Another day in the office. Younger brings back out that sniper. Victoria again with an opener.
No surprises here.
No surprise 5.
Nice. Not giving you that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There is a surprise though, potentially for Stormy.
Well, Stormy might be the surprise. She's actually gotten behind Nani, and she's going to get rewarded with a kill for it. Flames go down, and Goddess wants to swing off the back of them. Cooking alive here, but she's taken the fight. Is able to remove Stormy, so it is a kill back in her favor. Elizabeth spamming, but it is futile. It still can be recovered for B4.
Now look at Shu pushing in towards middle, locking off another position. B4, they're being pincered in.
Going back towards B, that is open at the moment. One rotation is coming over, but it's Victoria, so it's a scary sight. And look at Shu. She's dropped down ladder, and she's getting all the information now. She will want to clear ramp first just to make sure that's empty, and that gives B4 a little bit of time to work with. But they have to get past Victoria. AWP in hand. More utility than she could ever want for. She's just holding this. They're looking like they're going to dry peek her, and there it is. Kill onto Poppins. She readjusts, standing in the flames for a moment, falls back towards Generator. The flashbangs are good. They force her off the angle, but there's that flank from Shu. Goddess, the only one alive. 1 versus 4. Victoria wide swings and takes the map.
Cool, calm, calculated. NOFEAR5 pick Vertigo for a reason. And well, that was an incredible display. It's night and day from what we saw against Furia on Overpass. 16-7. That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're going to be feeling good after that one. 3 players having incredible games, and well, they take the opening map here in this elimination game. We're going to go to a very short break, and when we come back, it'll be the Desk breaking that one down.